Hello everybody, my name is Keldon and I am from Concordia CSL in Rhode Island and I am one of your leadership team members. So this week's weekly word is peace, and it's really awesome because one of my favorite things about camp is how we all, during nightlight of course, stand up and say peace to me is whatever it is to you. And that's the thing about peace, is that I think we all have our own way of finding it. We all see it as something different and we all define it as our own thing. And while we all find peace in different ways and get peace from different things, it's really easy. What am I saying? There's also some commonalities in how we see peace. I think a lot of the time when we think of peace, we attach it to something. We attach it and see it as a milestone. So if I reach this point, then I can have peace. We say to ourselves, if I can be in this situation, then I can have peace. And if I can reach this milestone, if I can afford this thing, if I can get this person, if I am at this point, then I can have peace. And we tell ourselves that when we reach that, then we deserve peace, or then we can have it, and then we can experience peace. And we think that if we just remove all the bad and all the noise and all the craziness and get to some good point, then we can be at peace. And that's not always true. It doesn't have to be peace as a milestone. It doesn't have to be meeting some other requirement and gaining peace because of that. Peace can and should and will be something that's always within you, regardless of your situation or where you are, or your outward experience, your outer experience, regardless of what's going on to you and in your life. You can always feel and have peace and be at one with this peace inside of you, no matter what you're experiencing. Peace doesn't always mean being in an easy situation. It doesn't mean being somewhere that you're not challenged or that you're not tested and that there's no difficulty. Peace doesn't mean being somewhere that's quiet and calm and clear and free of worry. Peace doesn't always have to be being in an oasis of perfection in your world, because that's not how life is. Sometimes life will throw things at you, and sometimes things happen and not everything goes right and not everything is how you want it to be, and sometimes it can feel overwhelming. Sometimes there's trials and tribulations and difficulties, and it just starts to feel like the last thing that you can achieve is peace. But that's not true. Of course it's not true. You can always achieve peace, and you can always have that peace inside of you, there for you, and at your disposal for whenever you need. You can always feel this peace regardless of what's going on outside and outside of your mind and outside of your current situation. Peace isn't a lack of anything bad. Peace isn't a lack of anything that you have to overcome. Peace isn't a lack of any kind of difficulty in your life. Peace is being in the midst of this, being in the middle of all of these things, being in some of the hardest times, and still continuing and trusting the truth and the process that each and every one of us knows. Peace doesn't have to be being in your perfect situation, but it's when you're in this situation that's not perfect and you make the choice inside of you to keep going towards what you know for yourself, keep going no matter what's going on, and continuing on that journey you're on, and coming out unscathed, unbothered, and keeping your eye on where you want to be, and knowing that for yourself, regardless of what's going on outside. You have to make that choice for yourself to not let your experience and not let what's going on the outside affect you and take away from your own inner truth, because it's all temporary. But your truth and where you know you're going to be, that's your future and that's your permanence. There's a man named Brad Walgamet or something, I think is his name. And he actually gave a TED Talk that I watched a while ago. And he said some words that have stuck with me for a really long time. And he says that I don't want to be a victim, I want to be a victor. We have that choice in our lives every single day to overcome these things that are going on with us and to not let them affect us in a way that is detrimental, not let them distract us from our goals and our dreams and our knowing of what is true for ourselves. And we make this choice every day, regardless of our circumstances, to be a victor and not be a victim to these situations. And so I leave you saying, I love you. Namaste. And peace to me means always choosing to be a victor rather than a victim. I love you. Thank you.